everybody, this is Melissa, your Free Range Psychic. Today is Sunday, November the 19th, 2023. And today my guides wanted me to do like a continuation, a reading on the GOP, which I call GOP Loco, because of all the craziness there that just kind of seems to be increasing. So they wanted to kind of explain it and extrapolate on other things regarding it, because even though it seems stupid and petty, the guides say it's important. It's important to see what's happening. It's like this theater that's actually representative of what's going on through the whole world, and we can watch it here and kind of understand why it's happening. So the subject card the guides gave me regarding the GOP, the House GOP and the GOP and the Senate and all over the country. This is still the tower. This is still this commitment, this desire to bring down the democracy, to rise up the South again. I know I'm laughing, I know it's serious, but it's just so silly to me. But they're still here in this, fighting the Civil War and trying to bring in a fascist government. And there's all this fallout as we watch them, because fascists going to fascist. They're going to act like fascists, little fascists, big fascists, whomever. But the intent, and not just the intent, but the result is some destruction, harming our government. Well, thank goodness Mike Johnson, which the guides predicted, did continue to keep the government open. But if the Freedom Caucus could have gotten away with it, they would have shut it down. But Mike Johnson, he like Kevin McCarthy, he didn't let that happen. And I don't know why these Freedom Caucus people keep falling for the same ruse. It seems like they got their guy and then they get upset. But they're still trying to, defund the government, basically. The irony, that they project onto the Democrats trying to defund the police when they're trying to defund the FBI, the military. They're trying, not just the House, but the Senate, Tuberville, trying to stop promotions that are essential for the strength of our military. Above is the Five of Wands, and this is all the fighting. We're seeing all the infighting. It's theater, but it's also who they are. This is Chip Roy and Kevin McCarthy, when he elbowed somebody in the kidneys, and Marjorie Taylor Greene, Lauren Boebert. This is them, and my guides say this energy of these egotistical, ideological, narcissistic people who really feel that they are like little saviors running around. They believe Trump is, a savior, and they turn it in on themselves here. This vying for power, trying to make things happen by exerting will upon each other. And this is what happens. This is just the chaos of, the House right now. And there's a lot of this going on behind the scenes too. That's what the guides say. And it's just continuous. And everybody, trying to get, in place for something for themselves. Oh, and this is also, the Federalist Society and the far-right extremist, Christian ideological groups, and the white supremacists, all still, being represented by these people in Congress, these GOP. In the past, the guides say, and did I say Five of Wands and the Knight of Swords? I think if I didn't, describe those cards or give them a name. I'm sorry. There they are. Five of Wands. Sorry, Five of Swords. This is MAGA. These are the MAGA who got voted into the House and voted into the Senate. These are Trump's soldiers, foot soldiers, continuing to carry out his bidding. And then, of course, it's Putin's bidding to come in and be chaos agents and harm our government, harm our democracy. MAGA. Trump's soldiers. Underneath, the guides say the hidden aspect of what's going on with the GOP is Five of Pentacles. So what the guides are saying is that, and we're seeing this like in Michigan, like the GOP had what $35,000 or something in their account. Like the money is being drained out of the GOP, and part of what we're seeing all this kind of freaking out is behind the scenes. There is money loss, there's theft, there's grift, there's embezzlement, and Trump, of course, and his cohorts draining money out of the GOP, paying for his attorneys and his not just his attorneys, but the other people's attorneys that are in trouble because of him. And it's like a bucket with a hole. There's just very, very little left. Where's the money? They're all of these GOP. They're not in it for altruistic reasons. They're in it to get some. And so this clarifying card is the Four of Pentacles, and they're desperate for it, but there isn't the money that they need, and the Democrats are also really out raising them to set up their campaigns for the next election. So this is a real problem for them, and it's going to continue to be. In the future, this is Mike Johnson when the GOP come back from Thanksgiving, and then they're going to attack him because how dare he pass a spending bill, and not only passed a spending bill, but I don't think what I hear from pundits is he didn't read all of it. So some of the stuff that the GOP wanted to cut out, he didn't address it. It just went through because he really doesn't know what he's doing, and it just, there it is. And really it was a victory for Hakeem Jeffries, the Democratic House in our country too, because we needed those things to go through. The clarifying card here, well, above it all, like I think I mentioned before, the Devil. So this is Putin. And then, Trump is Putin's proxy. And the other card clarifying here is King of Swords. So Putin thinks he's watching from the fray. And there's a third clarifying card here, which is a Six of Pentacles. So he purchased all of these people, the GOP caucus or circus or whatever you want to call it. And he thinks anybody can be bought for a price. And he's just kind of watching it all, take place, because this is his revenge, Putin's revenge, his continuing attempt to kill our government, to destroy America, as he's trying to also destroy democracies all over the world. And, in this detached mode. And he feels very like I own these people. Smug, maybe that's the word. I bought these people. Yeah, of course I did, and they're all doing my bidding. But there's an issue with this, the guides say, which is even though he has purchased, he owns the GOP, because it's one thing for them to be chaos agents externally, but these people, they're not like his people. the loyalty is skin deep. The loyalty is only there in a way. I mean, you can see this as oligarchs too, but there's a fear of death in the oligarchs, right? How many people continue to show up dead? So many oligarchs and high-ranking generals. Somebody recently, he and his wife were just found dead because he had criticized Russia's army, the war in Ukraine, and not very long after that, he's found dead in his home with his wife. But they're not. You have the American GOP. That's not a fear for them. They're unbridled, and so they're not just chaos agents for him. They're actually chaos agents amongst themselves, and so. If these were loyal foot soldiers and working cohesively as a group, Putin could get a lot more done, but that's not what's happening. So the double-edged sword of having chaos agents like Gates and Roy and Boebert, etc., and Johnson too, is that they're they always talk about Democrats like herding a bunch of cats, but really this is like that, and it's crazy. And they're all also grifters, and so part of this, the Five of Pentacles, is because of these guys, and you can't trust them. You can't trust Trump, and so what has Putin unleashed? Well, the outcome card, the guides say, is the Ten of Swords. So he has his plan has backfired in the sense that has destroyed the very people he wanted to be a cohesive group and be future dictators, etc. No, he has destroyed the Republican Party. Well, yes, it is egregious against American democracy because we need at least a two-party system, and he's tried to demolish that. He's tried to eviscerate it, which he's doing a pretty good job. But on the other hand, then they're losing power, and the superpower of Russia and also perhaps China and North Korea is the power of the narrative and social media. Saudi Arabians also look at Elon Musk and Twitter. I did several videos on why Musk purchased Twitter and that he was going to destroy Twitter. I think it was the Knight of Swords reversed, and that's exactly what he's doing. And the guide said, even if it's not intentional on his part, that the Saudi Arabians, the people knew Musk was this. Or I'm talking about the Saudi Arabians because they own Twitter, right? They're the ones who gave Musk the money or the purchase money because Musk didn't want it. Twitter, he didn't want to buy it, or now formerly known as X, or no, formerly known as Twitter, now X. But he now, again, the double-edged sword. Twitter or X or whatever you want to call it is still there, but because he's gone so overboard, extreme, and has made recently such anti-Semitic comments, that the funding is being withdrawn, and he's had stepped down as the CEO. And I think Twitter, aka X, may remain, but Musk is going to have to be out of there. So it seems that everything they try to do to everybody else comes back onto themselves, and they're just destroying themselves. These maggots, these insurrectionists, these right-wing extremists, white supremacists, they're destroying themselves, and they're destroying their own power. Okay, that is my reading on GOP Loco. The oracle card that I'm going to read is from an oracle deck I haven't used on this channel before. It's called Healing with the Angels. And this is a Doreen Virtue deck. And this card, here's the picture of the back of these cards. And the card that we have is Enchantment. card meaning. Recapture your childhood sense of wonder and awe. View the world as a magical place. Remember when you were a child and how magical the world seemed? The sense of enchantment is the spirit of the inner child. Somewhere along the way, did you lose that sense of wonder? The angels ask you to recapture your magical sense by remembering that a miraculous power surrounds you. Ask the divine and the angels to help you with anything small or large. Don't worry. You aren't removing angels from more important work when you're asking them to help you with everyday situations. They truly want to support you so that you're free of worries. In that way, you exude the joy and wonder of children who trust that they are taken care of. And when you are joyful, your divine light inspires everyone who sees you. Enchantment. Okay, you guys, that's my reading for today. I love you. I'm still available for personal readings. My information is below in the description box and at the end of the musical interlude, which I hope you stick around for. Please take care. Enjoy your I want to say day, night, evening, whatever time this catches you. And I will be back. Bye-bye.